Hello everyone. You are warmly welcome at Mlimani Discussion Forum, that is also known as MDF, that is discussing about matters of social, economic, and political issues. Today we are going to discuss about the 16 days against gender-based violence, and I'm not going to be alone. We're going to have a guest, Madam Elizabeth Mashiganga, who is the Mashishanga, who is the lecturer and coordinator of the gender desk at the College of the Social Welfare. Welcome, Madam Elizabeth Mashishanga.
Thank you very much.
You're actually warmly welcome. Without wasting our time, we're going to start with the first question to Madam Elizabeth Mashishanga, who will explain to us about the gender-based violence. Madam Elizabeth, what do you understand by the term gender-based violence?
The term being GBV, or in short, or we call it gender-based violence, it's a life-threatening uh, term. I mean, definition of it, and it's considered a lot of violence which can be done to any human uh, without his consent. Yeah. So the violence can be among the sexual harassment violence or sexual violence, which happen like some people are used to be, we call it kidnapped, and someone do sexual issues without their consent. There's also violence against economy, violence against family, violence against health. Some people have been treated bad because of their health. So that's among the GBV.
Thank you so much for telling us about the GBV. But actually, we want to know why there is this 16 days of against gender-based violence, 16 days of activism. What do you understand, or what is this?
Well, the 60 days activism of GBV came because of the combination of symbolic link between the two terms, the gender-based violence and also the human rights, because they sort like the two things goes together. If someone is being violated, that means you are also violating the human rights. That's where it goes.
Okay, thank you. Actually, by now, or by the time that has passed, we can actually see that a lot of effort have been put against the GBV, against the gender-based violence. What is the current state of the violence within the Institutes of Social Work?
We don't have much. I can't say that we have much violence there. We are trying our best to educate. We are trying our best to give them education on awareness of GBV. And even today, we had a session there within these 16 days of activism. So we are talking with students and part of staff of the Institute of Social Work concerning the GBV, giving them awareness and know how to protect themselves and also the response of it.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, gender-based violence has been prevailing and occurring mostly in our societies and our schools, institutes of education. What do you think is the root for all of this?
I think the root of it almost you can see people now they are moral, they lack moral. Different people who are the one who do the violence to others, they have moral. And also, you can see like a lot of people that have these superstitions, beliefs. That's why you can see some. That's how it came from. People went to the witches and did some conditions about it, and then do the violence because of it.
Yes, thing. Actually, in most of our schools, there are these gender-based violence desk, gender help desk that stays there for helping students against the gender violence. Do you think the students react for the how do they react actually? I mean, how do they react toward the gender help desk?
The reaction obviously to be, coming to talk about your things. Maybe you are being violated, or you're being raped, or sexual harassment, or any other violence. It's like courage from inside. So it gives a little bit of feeling uncomfortable to just, because they come also, but few, not more.
So means it is low.
It is low. That's why we keep promoting the awareness here, talking to them, because we want to give them confidence.
Why is it low?
It's low because shame. You know, some people shame when other people fear that there's no confidentiality. But all the gender days, I can assure, even at our institute, we have confidential every issue.
Okay, actually, by people's opinions, not facts, because we don't have something to prove that it is a fact. By people's opinion is that most of the cases of gender violence that happens in schools, mostly happen because a student may be provoked, maybe by the teacher or the lecturer.
Yeah.
So that's why they get this thing of fear. Is it true?
I don't know at an institution, but to be true is, you know, that a student has his own part to do some things. There are mandatory obligation which a student should perform to fulfill the module, one of the module within the module which the student take at the institute. Yeah? So when you come about that issue, you can see like a student himself or herself has a big role to play to go against any LGBT which will happen to her. So it can happen because if you are weak, let's say you are not attending classes or you don't do assignments, then they are human. Yeah, they can feel something if you are still going. You know, I'm always talking to our students on orientation time, like we advise them to finish all the questions in class. So if you don't finish the question in class, they would like to go every time to a male lecturer, you will be attempting to provoke or to just attempt to uh, make him imagine things to you, especially for women. That's where the issue started. Yeah.
Okay, Madam Elizabeth. When it comes to gender violence,
Yes.
what comes in people's mind, it is all about the victim who is taken there, it is women.
Yeah.
So,
That is a
do you only think that women are the main victim in this issue?
according to according to the current data, they show women, yeah, but even males, they have been violated a lot. You know, now there's this association of men. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah. So it happened because of helping those men who are being abused within their family. Yes. So when you see the data is like 22%, almost women from 15 years to 49 years are being violated sexually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what should be done so as to fully eradicate this gender violence in our societies and country in general? Just because a few days ago we just had gender violence at a certain school that was a baby girl,
Yes,
small
yes,
baby. I know you know that. So what should be done so as to eradicate that issue?
First of all, everything starts at home. The family I say 100% they play a big role to make sure that their kids don't involve in those things. So my advice, or even the national advice, we are at the launching of this 10 days, and the minister, Dr. Dorothy Gwajima, was talking to people and telling them like, you have to break the silence now, because the issue is not yet known to these young kids, young girls and young boys. You see,
Yes.
we have to break the silence, talk to them about all the issues, all the symptoms of violation which can happen, so that they can be aware of it. Yes. Even the help, even the expansion of this gender help desk also helps. So
It was actually a pleasure to meet you, Madam Elizabeth Mashishanga, and we have discussed a lot about the 16 days against the gender-based violence. As time doesn't wait for us, we have to close like this. Keep on watching Mlimani Television. It was me, Esha Mohammed. You're welcome.